The Hick-Hyman Law is the law that states that the more options a person has available to them, the longer it'll take them to decide which to pick. It's based on the number of stimuli available, and it factors in the time it takes a human to read all the options and then decide between them. This is an important law of human cognition to keep in mind when designing software, because we want to minimize the time the user will spend choosing something. We want to make software that the user can interact with quickly without getting caught up trying to pick between stuff. This can be implemented by using submenus, so picking one option will open up a menu with more options, rather than having one enormous menu with all the options bundled together. Limiting options is the #1 way to use this law effectively. Another way to do this without explicitly removing options, is to highlight, bold, or somehow prioritize the important ones, depending on the context. Too many options stresses us out, so although it sounds counterintuitive, limiting them is the way to go. Reading multiple options takes way too much time and even longer to choose between them. Chunking options with submenus allows users to move quicker through the software because they're presented with less information, just the things that they need. Adobe Photoshop is an example of a software that fails this principle. As you can see, their toolbar has way too many options and is way too long. Most of these options are very obscure and not used as often, so they take up valuable space. A way to fix this would be to just have options to narrow it and maximize the toolbar, or just have a setting in settings that altogether just makes it narrower. This is a very important law to implement in your code and software because we want the user to move through our program quicker and as fast as they can.